We in, man. We in. Yeah. We on, man.
Yes, sir.
Friday night live. Pre-show is starting a little
late. We're on CP time.
We're on CP time a little bit. You know what
I was on time today.
Yo,
for real.
Yo, that's amazing, bro. That's amazing.
The day I come on time, the day y'all.
Right, we late. Right.
Yeah.
Nah, but that's just a scheduling thing, though. You know what I'm saying? That was just a scheduling thing.
So it's the Three Amigos again.
The Three Amigos, the Bell Biv DeVoe version of Sparring Minds in the building.
I'm gonna get my headphones out for this one.
Hey, Little sounds like he is somewhere and he got some hostages in the background.
Yeah, he's always in a dungeon.
Oh yeah. You know, definitely, yeah.
But what's going on, everybody watching us on our YouTube page, our Facebook discussion group, and on our Facebook page, Sparring Minds. We are back for another Friday night with you guys. Appreciate you guys for rocking out with us.
Absolutely.
You know, working.
Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us.
You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here.
They came to see me.
We are back for another Friday night.
They came to see who?
They came to see me, of course.
Oh shit! He's hot. He's hot. Yo, we gonna skip over a few things. Speaking of coming to see you, brother. So last weekend, you took a trip out the house. You know what I'm saying? And and went to the sneaker ball and stuff. And let us know about it. Let us know about your fit. And Hightower specifically wanted us to ask you about your fit. So how was your fit? How was the sneaker ball? Tell us, bro.
The sneaker ball, it actually was a dope event. It definitely was. I wish we all as a conglomerate could have all been there and whatnot. A lot of networking, of course we met, Danielle was there with my man Lester Beaton was there. He came into town.
Les was there.
Yeah, we didn't get to take our picture. He's kind of salty that we didn't get a picture together, but we'll make up for it later on.
Yeah, that's the homie, man. Shout out to Lester.
Yes, yeah, Mr. Monday.
Mr.
But
Monday.
It was definitely a dope time, man. A lot of nice outfits, whatnot. I mean, I'm not a suit person. I can't do the jacket. So, you see me with the vest on. Actually, I was looking like, one of them dudes selling bean pies outside. Had the little bow tie and everything.
Okay. Brother Little in the building.
Yeah. But I think Hightower wants to know about the fit because, what was on my feet.
Yeah, he said you've been hounding him about something.
He said you've been hounding him about something, man. So
I've been hounding him about a few pair, a Puma. So, I had to, walk out there and show some love to Puma. He definitely hooked me up with a funky pair of sneaks. I wish we had the
Little, someone in the comments is disputing that. Somebody's in the comments is disputing.
Someone said you a lie.
Oh, come on, man. Yo, Rebecca, don't do my brother like that, man. Don't do it like that. Nah.
Well, he had on some orthopedic joints.
Come on.
I don't know anybody by that name.
No.
So
hold on. At least try to explain to us what you had on. Did you have on the classic Puma joints, like the suede joints?
I mean, of course. I had some slacks on. Of course, I had the matching. What was it? Was it Tommy? I think the Tommy. Pants and vest and everything. But no, I just don't do some jackets, man. Shout out to Mayor Thomas and Mr. Afrique. Roy Afrique, if I might make a mistake on his name.
Your audio, bro. Yeah, stay still.
You said my volume is down?
Your audio.
It's going in and out a little bit. It gets low. We can hear you, but it's low.
Yeah, we can hear you, but it just get low. That's all.
Yeah, it actually is sounding kind of low on this side. I don't know why. But definitely a great night out.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we take that back. She was actually giving him a compliment. She wasn't throwing no shade. So shout out to Rebecca.
I'm just trying to figure out why we so low over here. For some reason, I'm like, I can't hear you guys.
Really? I got the plug in there. There we go.
Shout out to our brother Jones tuned in.
Jones!
Is he still part of Sparring Minds?
No, stop it. Yo, you gotta relax.
I spoke to him briefly yesterday.
Yo, you gotta relax.
I definitely spoke to him briefly yesterday.
There go this
and
guy.
I had to ask him the same question.
Yo, you gotta relax, B. You gotta relax, though. All day, every day.
You see,
you know what I'm saying? All day, every day. You know what I mean? You dig? Come on.
So who's Ricky Bell of the group?
Huh?
Who's Ricky Bell of the group?
Of us three?
Yeah.
I'm Ricky Bell.
All right, Ricky, you gonna have to talk to this motherfucker.
You're Mike Bivens, man. You're Mike Bivens, dog.
Listen.
You're Bivens.
I mean, Mike is cutthroat. Mike is cutthroat.
That's why that's you. That's perfect.
Like,
what do you mean? That's you.
Cause shit. Somebody mentioned Jones. He don't belong here no more. I got flies flying around here.
Yo, what is happening over there, bro?
He's in the dungeon.
I don't know. He better come to work.
Yeah.
He reminded me of Ben Simmons out here.
No, stop.
Oh,
it,
wow.
man.
Jesus.
Yo, wow. Yo, but briefly on that subject, it's gonna in the new collective bargaining agreement, the owners are gonna have some shit about these players.
They have too much power
with that kind of shit, yo.
The players got too much power, man.
Like insane, dog. Insane what he's able to do, and I'm all for the young man getting paid, but god damn, dog, like you just terrible trade. I don't even want to stay on that too long. But was that a sound effect, Pain? But in other news though, and we forgot to mention this last week, and his services were just this past week. We want to definitely give a shout out and a rest in peace to K Slay. You know what I mean? DJ K Slay, Pain, you being a DJ yourself, that's like a fraternity. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, K Slay lost his battle with COVID.
Yeah, man.
He was only 55.
And that's insane. That's 12 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's insane, man. And K Slay, man, was the definition of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like he was a graffiti artist, which I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of doing some research on him. I didn't even know he was a graffiti artist. He embodied the culture. You know what I'm saying? No question about it. K Slay embodied the culture, man. So definitely, Sparring Minds wants to send their condolences to K Slay, his family. Absolutely. You know what I mean, and all that stuff. You know, it kind of slipped through the cracks last week, and we weren't able to touch that. So yeah, man. You know, definitely, our homie T Chanel is rocking out with us. Thank you, T Chanel.
Yes,
and T Chanel, actually, please be on standby because we might want you to jump in the green room. Or jump on screen with us for the topic that we have coming up to get your opinion on it. So
it's gonna get crazy.
Please, my sister, hope you stand by. But how was you guys' week, man? Everything good with you guys? Workaholic. So all right, besides work, what did y'all do? Give me something else besides work, please.
I've been gearing up for this trip to Atlanta. I'm going on Monday with my brother. So, you know, just basically that all week, man. I got a bunch of running around to do tomorrow. Got to buy a new TV because, you know, I just need a new TV. But yeah, man, that's basically been my week. Nothing exciting.
Yeah, you little.
My week has been. I mean, I've been busy. I've been, you know, doing both jobs and whatnot, but at the same time, kind of dealing with, you know, one of our, you know, brothers, you know, who's going through, you know, some tough times right now. And you know, I've been dealing with him since he was a kid. But he's really going through it. I think the guys want to throw a little intervention for him, but I don't know, because I've been dealing with this for years, and I'm kind of getting to the point where
you gotta come in a little more, bro.
You said come in a little bit more.
There you go.
Yeah, because your mic's going in and out, in and out.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
I might have to jump off screen and come back in or something.
Could be that.
Everything seems low on this
end. You good once you kind of lean forward. I think when you know what I mean, when you rock back and forth. But man, I know who the brother is, and we don't need to put his name out there or anything like that. Excuse me. But yeah, man, this is times when we should definitely rally around our people, guys like that who we know, been knowing most of our life, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
sometimes brothers have different ways of calling out for help, you know what I'm saying? And like, you can't ignore the signs when you see someone dealing with some shit, and you're just like, damn, even if it's just some good words of wisdom or just some positive stuff to say to them, you know what I mean? Like man, so hopefully more brothers like yourself come and check on him and make sure he's good, and just you know what I mean? Again, man, we think everybody be okay sometimes, and that necessarily isn't always the case, you know what I mean? Brothers be reaching out for help in different ways.
We gotta just pay attention to it, man. And like I don't know if he know, or even some of our viewers know that we all have in common, but my inbox is always open, B. And if you got my number, call me. Like sometimes just listening to someone helps them, you know what I mean? So
big time. T Chanel just came up with a little idea about creating a men's group or something.
That's not a bad idea.
To where brothers can have somewhere, and I mean, and that's all good. I definitely like that idea. You know what I mean? I think we should definitely figure that out in some way, shape, form, or fashion. How we can tackle that, so to speak. Speaking of tackling, you know what I mean?
NFL.
I
got it on in the background right now, so if I get a little distracted,
the NFL
the draft's on right now, right?
Yeah, it was. It started last night. You know what I mean? So shout out to all the young men getting drafted. It's a super amazing time. You know what I'm saying? In these young men's life, So we definitely want to salute them, and it's a rough job that's going on too, because with that type of success and things that come along with it, there are other things that come along with that. You know what I mean? And we want to get to Showtime. Maybe we keep this at Showtime. We want to get to Showtime, Pain. It's about.
Yeah, we can get to that on the other side of things.
Yeah. So we'll be back. We'll finish that after.
Hey yo, Donut White, no muzzle. Sparring Minds live every Friday. Let's go. Look, it's Sparring Minds. If you don't know the name, look us up. You know it's all facts when you got Chef Maine cooking up a couple of brothers who know all about the struggle, black excellence. You know we just work hard and hustle. Whenever you want that urban talk, you know we keep it real. Mr. Maritime on the mic. Yeah, you know the deal is real life. Hotel High Tower bringing you the feel. DJ Payne, keep it 100. Matter of fact, keep it a mill. Let's go.
Yeah, yo.
Yes. And no T Chanel, you did not miss the Celtics talk. We was holding on to that.
Yeah, we didn't even
sweet.
We didn't even touch that one yet. But nah, we was talking about the NFL draft, and you know, you become that number one pick, and then all of a sudden, man, your DM is popping. Your DM is going on. So like, yo,
new
it's
family
crazy.
members, new girls that had crushes on you that they like get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Everybody coming out the woodwork.
So yo, being that we're all parents, ironically, we all have girls. With the exception, Little actually does have a young king. But like, if we were the dads of these young kings getting drafted, what do you think? What kind of advice would you give to your youngin as far as worrying about how to avoid the pitfalls and you know what I mean, like all that stuff? Like, how would you navigate that? It's the biggest night of their life. Of course, you want to go out, celebrate, have a good time, but you also want to be aware and make sure you don't get too lathered up that you don't strap up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So you know, kicking around the room, fellas. If you would have pinned them to some of these young bulls, what's some advice that you would give them? Payne.
So with me, just keep your circle tight, man. You don't want a circle full of yes men that are just gonna okay everything you're gonna do. You gotta have one guy in your group that's like, nah, you know you ain't supposed to do that. At least one guy like that, because them yes men will get you into trouble. Like
yes men only there just to, you know, see what they can get out of everything.
Exactly.
Sometimes.
Yes men, like the guy that says no, a lot of the people look at him like, oh, he's a hater. Usually the yes men are the biggest haters because they want to get what they can out of you.
Yeah.
And enjoy the ride.
Right.
And then when you're screwed up, see you later. Like
right.
The story of Len Bias is crazy in itself. Like if he would have had a tight circle around him, he would have played for the Celtics. Like I think it was like he never did drugs before, and on draft night he did coke for the very first time allegedly and OD'd.
Yeah.
So if his circle's tight, that doesn't happen.
Right. And real quick on that, which is crazy, off subject, real quick, Sparring Minds, I know we often do that, is they showed that scene in Snowfall.
Yeah, they definitely did.
They showed that, they reenacted that whole thing in Snowfall. And if you're a Boston Celtics fan, it just like
it hurts.
It hurts.
It definitely did. Yeah.
It takes you back to like a really, really dark and tough time to be a Celtic fan. You know what I mean? Like when you're talking about from that year with Len, and fast forward, even though he didn't pass away from drugs, but allegedly so, Reggie Lewis.
Yeah.
Like, with those things, it felt really, really horrible. I'm sorry, Payne. I'm going to cut you off, but I had to.
Oh no, that definitely was horrible.
The Snowfall mention in that was crazy, but absolutely keeping the right people, you know, around you always matters. Little, your thoughts, brother?
I'm gonna follow along the same lines as Marty, making sure that your circle is, you know, tight. But truthfully, just being as a father, just giving advice, just giving sound advice. Because other than that, he's a grown man. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. He's gonna make his mistakes. He's definitely gonna make his mistakes. He's gonna mess around with a couple of these IG models out here, of course. But you just gotta keep the communication and just trying to tell them the right things. That's all.
Right. And just like you said, hope they'll listen. You know, when people are young like that, with that type of money and success they come into, some, not all, feel entitled, feel a certain empowerment. And like you can't tell them nothing, you know what I'm saying? I know everything, you know. So all you can do, man, is hope as a parent that the advice and the gems and the jewels you tell them, they take in, they listen to, and yeah, you hope that they take everything that you're saying like seriously, because it's not a game, you know what I mean? And like there's a meme going around about Russell Wilson. I wish I would have gave it earlier. We could have put it up on the screen, But like when Russell Wilson got drafted, the young lady next to him, I guess it was his girlfriend at the time.
Yeah.
And like, yo, the look on her face was just like
she hit the lottery.
Like, yo,
Yeah.
hit the lottery. And then like, no, what's it? The Lee
Not
Corso.
so fast, my friend. If not so fast, my friend was a person. That was her.
Yo,
there's been a lot of good NFL like draft like little clips that we got saved up in the minds and whatnot. Remember the dude a few years ago? He's sitting in the living room with his mom on one side, his girlfriend on the other.
Yeah,
she picks up his other phone.
Yeah, CD
or
Lamb.
tries to pick it up, and he snatches out of hands like, nah.
Yeah, CD Lamb. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that was CD. Yeah, you can't look at this phone.
He like, yo, that's if you look in that phone, you walking out the door. So you listen. Know your role, enjoy this ride, and just
yeah, man.
Yo.
And I seen a story earlier this week too. So the draft was in Vegas this week for the NFL. There was a prostitute offering the number 1 overall pick.
I saw that.
Some free snizzatch.
I saw that.
For getting drafted number 1. So see. If you have someone in your circle that got your back, they'll be like, "Nah, B, we're not doing that."
So you think Trayvon Walker didn't jump on that?
Man, please.
If it wasn't her, it could have been anyone else in the city. It don't got to be her.
Listen, man. Prostitution is legal in Vegas. Okay, like you best believe Trayvon had some of his guys in his circle going round up a couple. You know what I mean?
And just to piggyback off of the whole tight circle thing, and I know we missed this last week, but shout out to my guy DeMarco, man.
Hey,
forgot to shout him out last week, man.
Hey,
we miss him, man.
Yeah, definitely.
If you had him in your circle, that's a good guy to have in your circle, man.
He definitely would have been one of the top 10 influences here if he was still around. Because DeMarco, he will give you so much advice. He even give you some of the wrong advice, but
it'd be advice.
Hold on to that little. We definitely bought the jump in. We definitely bought the jump into that. Talking about DeMarco and basketball, let's give a shout out to our Boston Celtics real quick.
Absolutely.
Who
sweet.
Did a great job on Monday night with the sweep of the Brooklyn Nets in 4 games, and doing an outstanding job defensively. And just letting you know, I will say this real quick. The summer's coming up soon. Basketball, we are all basketball guys.
Yeah.
Little, you can test this. Thinking that you just have to get the absolute best talent in order to win, that's not the thing as getting a really good team together, a collection of guys who are building, you know what I mean, and who are for one another, play for one another, you know what I mean? Like all of that stuff matters. It kind of gets lost because the people that were doubting the Celtics, it's like crazy. It's like if you've been watching them since December, like you've been seeing this come along, you know what I'm saying? So like, I understand Kyrie and KD are really good players, but so was Jaylen Brown, so is Jason Tatum, so is Marcus Smart, Al Horford, Robert Williams, even though he didn't play, you know what I'm saying? Like they have a team. So it's a difference. A team will always beat a group, a collection of talent.
That comes back to the circle thing.
That will always happen. And Little can attest to this because real quickly in 2018, me and Little and the brother Mitch coached a team of, I would say, underachievers, maybe like a Bad News Bears kind of guys.
I won't say Bad News Bears because there was some talent on that team.
Some cast-offs, but again,
definitely.
Just we in that tournament that we won in the second day, we beat Score for More, City would be score for more, the city team, and play to win.
Yeah, city team came with a bunch of guys from overseas.
Right, and that's summertime royalty as far as like top teams that win stuff.
Yeah,
those are three of the best. You know what I mean? So it's just a thing, and we may not have had more talent per se, but we had dogs, and we had guys that got after it. And it's it's the same thing with the Celtics and that stuff. And we're gonna move on for that. Shout out to Celtics. They got the Bucks. And
shout out to my man Pig also.
Absolutely,
big shot.
Absolutely.
Oh man, but the crazy thing now, switching off real quick, briefly. Do y'all know Ime Udoka actually got some backlash from track stars for his statement about we're a basketball team, not a track team?
It was truthfully, it was a bad statement though.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
I ran track. I ran track, and we're not running from nobody.
He didn't mean it that way, bro.
Well, we know he didn't mean it that way, but it was just a bad reference. It was just.
No.
It definitely was a bad reference. Yeah, Michael Johnson on him. Michael Johnson was at him, man.
Oh, but listen, man. Excuse me. We just live in a society that is extremely sensitive, and it's just only but so much things you can say, talk about, and you have to.
They love the fake outrage.
Like
fake outrage is crazy.
Like really, like he was not. He was not dissing track and field in no way, shape, form. It was a metaphor. It's a metaphor. But
it was a bad one. It definitely was a bad one.
No way, man. No way. He's just like, yo, it's just crazy where our society has gone or become or where we are now, where something that small is now a big thing. You know what I mean? Like a metaphor, like, are we like seriously?
Like, we can't be serious, man. That's crazy.
That's beyond.
I mean, what did he say? He said something like,
he said we're not
we're not like track stars. We're not running from nobody.
No, he said
we're not running from anybody. We're not a track team, which means we're not running. Like, we're right here.
That's all he said. That's nothing crazy.
Like, and if you can't understand that metaphor, you might need to.
It's a metaphor.
You might need to go back to school or something. Like, if you can't understand that metaphor, it's a lot more in your life wrong than that statement. Like,
dog, that's a rap bar. That's a bar that a rapper would use. It's a metaphor. That's right. All of this. We're making way too much. I saw that. I couldn't believe it, and I just say, you know what? This world is going crazy. This world has gone crazy. What kind of society that we're living in? You know what I mean? Speaking of the kind of society that we're living in, unfortunately, it's been about 70 plus. I don't have the exact days down, but it's about 70 days since Brittany Griner has been incarcerated or held captive in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
That's extremely unfortunate.
Yeah,
that's some bullshit.
That's for cartridges that, I mean, not saying that what she did was 100%, right, but I mean,
it was breaking the law over there, though.
Yeah,
she ain't even been to trial yet.
But it's a war going on over there too, and that's part of why all this is going on. You know what I mean? And there was a captive. There was somebody that Russia had that I guess recently was just released.
Yeah, Trevor Reed.
But from what I understand, he was detained for 3 years.
About 3. About 2019. Yeah, about 3 years. 2019.
About 3 years.
So, he got into a bar fight. Out there. He's an ex-Marine or something like that.
3 years for a bar fight?
That's
Yeah. And so I think we exchanged him. It was like a prison exchange. We got him back, and they took some guy. I know I'm going to fuck up his name, so maybe I might not even say it. Constantine, some dude named Constantine, who we had over here for drug trafficking, and he was supposed to be doing 20 years.
Trade-off. It was a trade-off.
Yeah.
So, but when we did the trade-off, dude went to jail over there, and the other dude went to jail over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't believe either one was released. I believe it was just
It was just a swap. Yeah, it was a swap.
I'm about to say, because those crimes ain't nowhere, like drug trafficking and a bar fight ain't nowhere level. Like.
It's not, because I know Trevor came here and they probably released him. He's not going straight to jail over here.
Right.
He's definitely not for a bar fight.
Right.
Yeah, no, he'll probably be on probation.
Yeah.
But he did 3 years for a bar fight. That's crazy.
That's
a long time.
That's insane, bro. That's insane. So, but free Brittany. You know, hopefully she's released soon. It's truly unfortunate that she is still detained over there. And you know why she has to even go over there anyways, to make extra money because of what's going on with the WNBA and that stuff over there. So that's pretty unfortunate that she has to do that. So we just want to send our love and stuff like that to Brittany. You know, we're praying for you, hoping you get home soon.
Yeah.
Again, you know.
Well, you brothers need to go and start supporting these women. That way they don't have to go overseas and go play. Like, if y'all start getting to some of these WNBA games,
you're right.
You know, and start filling up some of these seats, they'd be all right.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, bro.
We all have to do that.
Absolutely right. I would be down for. I mean, we don't obviously have a WNBA team here.
Nah.
Where's the closest one? Is
Connecticut.
This is Connecticut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be dope. I think, you know, we talk about that. We go take a trip out to Connecticut. You know what I mean? Make it a weekend or whatever, and go check out a game. I'm absolutely for that.
Shit, I'll go see Tia Cooper and Skylar Diggins any day.
Yeah, definitely 2 of my favorite.
Yeah, I mean,
you ain't gotta pull my arm to do that.
They can hoop too.
Yeah,
they can actually hoop too. So
well, that's what we're talking about.
Well,
shit, not me.
Which hoop?
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, which hoop are you talking about?
Double entendre.
I'm not a part of this.
Yeah. So just a few minutes ago, we touched on DeMarco Lundy, which his passing was in April. I don't remember the exact date. I do know it was 2014 because I'll never forget it. It was the year that I think Shabazz and Wayne. Shabazz had led UConn to a national title. Wayne was still in college. That's a day I'll never forget. I got DC called me, and DC called me. You know, he was visibly upset when that happened, and so I didn't know what happened at all, but I knew something went wrong. And you know, when he said DeMarco passed, that was just like, whew, that was man, that was a heavy thing. Because DeMarco was an extremely influential person on me personally. DeMarco got me into coaching. Like that's the first person that really talked to me about coaching, mentioned coaching to me, even put that energy in my space. You know what I'm saying? This was a long time ago when I wasn't even thinking about doing anything like that, but he put that in there. And he absolutely, you know, is one of the, in my opinion, in the basketball circle, he's one of the most influential people. when you talk to young kids about him, who he was around, whether it was BABC, whether it was Brighton High, whether it was RCC, like his influence and impact was so like great. You know what I'm saying? And briefly, we're not gonna give the whole spiel to you guys, Spar Minds, but we're talking influence. And there was a listed that came out last week about Boston's most influential people.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to everybody from our community that made that list. You know what I mean? We had a lot of good people from our community make that list, so we want to shout them out. But then we start thinking and putting ideas together, and we're like, yo, we could put our own kind of Spar Minds kind of spin on our list. You know what I mean? So we did some research, we did some homework.
Yeah.
We came up with a couple names. We'll probably just tease you with that, and we'll be putting more names out on a list, so to speak, between our Spar Minds group, our Spar Minds page. We're putting out there, just and don't anyone get offended. This is just how we feel. This is just what we think. These are people that we know, we see that are influenced.
Don't get offended.
We
ain't acting PC here. Okay, if y'all make the list, y'all make the list. Y'all just want to influence them.
You know, we live in the participation trophy age, man.
Definitely do. Definitely do.
They can take your sensitive asses on. Come on, set.
So DeMarco is one person, and I'm sure the three of us can agree on for influence. We can agree on DeMarco, right?
In the basketball community,
absolutely.
So
I still have a DeMarco Lunday fantasy football league every year. So yeah,
that's a fact.
So,
That's a fact. Absolutely.
So he's definitely been a big influence on me.
He's been a huge influence, and so maybe we'll break that down in a couple of different categories, if you guys don't mind. Yeah. Right? You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll break it down a little bit, and I'll put the title of where they fall at, and then each of us will kind of throw one, maybe two people out there, and kind of go on until we get our list together and we put our whole list out for the people to see next week coming up as we break it down individually. So staying on basketball, besides DeMarco, right? And I know we touched on a few last week. Who are some basketball influences, or who are some of the most influential people in you guys' eyes in the basketball world, outside of DeMarco? So we'll take DeMarco out. We'll take, and paying for you and I purposes, we'll take Kwame Green out because we've already mentioned them. You know what I'm saying? At least today, at least. So, little basketball influences or influence of basketball in the city of Boston. Who are some of your influences? Who some people you think should get that recognition?
You know what's crazy? I think Bean Borowski has probably Bean. I think Bean Borowski's probably been one of the biggest influences, basketball wise. I can probably bring up, because I remember as a kid, me playing basketball, Mike Edwards and Troy Greer, and BJ Tyler Henry, basically. We'd be outside playing ball, and you'll see Bean drive around, and Bean will sit there and grab all kinds of kids from the inner city and take them to places where, they probably wouldn't have made it out of. Yeah. And, a lot of those guys, went to college. Bean looked after a lot of those guys. So Bean in the basketball community, to me, has been one of the biggest, influential people.
Okay. I absolutely double down on that, triple down on that. Love Bean, and Bean got a bad rap when I was younger. Before I met him, he kind of, I heard negative things about him, and when I met him, and I don't go off of what I hear other people say. I take my dealings with people and how I interact with them, how they interact with me as a whole versus what other people would say. I got nothing but love and respect for Bean. He's absolutely been influential in my personal life of just having conversations with him. I love to talk basketball with him. He's given me all type of game and advice. I think the only thing I ever hold Bean over, it's a funny story. I think the only thing I ever hold Bean over is this was the early 2000s. And we beat the Titans and BG in the same day in the Bailey League. And Bean would not give me a coach's jacket for that. And it's funny, I didn't take anything from it, but he would not give. He gave me a set amount for players, and that was it. He didn't give a coach's jacket out. And I just thought that, I was like, wow, really? I'm like, I'm the coach of the team. How you don't give, whatever the case may be. So I just thought that was funny with Bean. So yeah, but Bean is dope. He's a big influence. I love him. You know what I mean? Like he's a good guy. You know what I mean? Payne. Did we lose Payne?
We might have.
We might have lost Payne.
He's still smiling, so yeah.
We might have lost Payne. Hopefully Payne will come back in, but little Will, me and you will wrap this around.
Yeah.
Staying on the Bean side of things. His partner in crime, the
Rico.
The Felix to his Oscar, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's Rico K. Park. He's gotten a bad rap sometimes. But again, I go by my relationships and my dealings with people. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when you have a league that lasts for over 40 years, bro.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you run it in a way that, you know, people like, people respect. Some people don't like, some people don't respect. But
you know, I think a lot of people that give him a bad rap, you know, in a sense, I think a lot of those people are just hating. Because, you know, Rico, along with Del De Silva, who runs the Freddie McNeil League,
shout out to Del.
And Miss Harris.
Miss Harris
over at the Shelton Community Center. Like, those three people alone for years have kept a lot of guys our age and older, you know, out of trouble. Yeah. Because no telling what a lot of these guys could probably gotten into or done. Like, she gives these guys things to do. I mean, because it's not just the kids that need to stay off the streets and get out and stay out of trouble. It's some of these older guys that need the same thing. And these guys, these people have, like, you know, given these guys, including myself, you know, a place to go every Sunday, you know, and whatnot. And I think the community needs to kind of like look at that and kind of support a little bit more and whatnot. Yeah. Because believe me, this place would be a lot crazier if we didn't have those leagues and places for these guys to be.
Yeah, absolutely, no question about it. One person who I wanna mention, because we touched on a couple people in here when it comes to influence and talking about basketball that I want to give a shout out to is Chill Will. Because again, I deal with situations and things based on my relationship with people. And so, you know, like Bean, somebody got some background feedback going on. Chill, like Bean, were definitely influential in my life. Like these are guys that were older than me that just gave me great advice. They had no problem talking to me telling me stuff. Like, just I've gotten so much advice and game from Bean, Rico, and Chill over the years that will probably last me a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys they're just amazing guys. And Chill, he runs his Diamond Ring tournament. He does a lot of great things in the community and stuff like that.
That's actually a whole weekend where people can come down, and for years he's been giving free food.
Eat for free.
Yeah, everything's basically free.
You eat for
Coming out of his
free.
pocket.
You eat for free the entire weekend, whether it's the players, the coaches, and he would feed people just at the park. If you came over to the table, just coming through to pull up and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And so that's amazing. And always put on for the kids, you know what I'm saying? For the OGs, for the middle. Like, he definitely put on, and he is absolutely one of the biggest influences in Boston, in my opinion. When you talk about, and again, Sparring Minds listeners, we're kind of breaking it down in kind of categories and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But definitely Chill Will absolutely deserves some shout out for his influence on the city, and just on, you know, guys like us right here.
Free advice, man. Always, if you have a chance, Chill Will's brain. Like, people in the city, it's about to call a lot of people out, but a lot of people in the city hate he wins all the damn time. If you pick Chill's brain, he will give you some free gems.
He will get, like, he is like this with it.
Yeah.
Take it.
If he won't hide,
like, he will not hide it. If you know him, if you have a good relationship with him, he will absolutely give you gems and stuff for free. Free game. You will not have to pay for. He will,
and
give
not
you
just basketball.
Not just absolutely not just basketball. He'll start there before he goes to basketball. Basketball's not even a thing that he's even trying to talk to. It's the other shit. It's life,
right,
that he's trying to give you. So absolutely one of the best people you want to talk to about that kind of stuff. Community activists. Let's go on to that real quick. Influences of that. I'll start off with a couple people who I think are just, you know, I don't know if we want to just say community activists, but these are people that are doing amazing things in our community that are influential. The good brother Frank Farrell. Elevate Boston.
Grew up in Roxbury.
Frank Farrell, man, like, it's just an amazing brother. He's doing amazing things out here. He's absolutely influential. And he's another good person. If you know him, if you have a relationship with him, he's absolutely another good person to talk to. You know, sometimes people don't like talking to people that's like close to them in age proximity, which I don't understand why. Like, it doesn't always have to be the OGs you can get stuff from. You can get stuff from guys who are in your age,
or even younger.
Absolutely. I don't think you should ever shy away from or limit an age thing on who you're talking to and how you're talking to them, because that shit just doesn't matter. You got to have an open mind and be, you know what I'm saying? So Frank Farrell is one person. Payne, who is one person, a community activist that you think deserves some shine on this list?
So this one is going to probably receive some backlash from people in the community, people in the city, plus people in the community I grew up in. But Reverend Eugene Rivers, he did a lot to try to clean up the block where I grew up, in Four Corners, the Ripley Road section of Four Corners. You know, he had the Ella J. Baker House going, Freedom Summer, got kids jobs and stuff, got some of the kids off the street.
Yeah.
Was headed the wrong way that I seen, like, personally growing up. They was heading the wrong way. They got jobs, straightened up, straightened out, you know, and like, I mean, he was very influential in that aspect. And I know he got some flack over some stuff that he did. I'm not gonna go into all that, but you know, he had a pretty good influence for the positive things he did.
Word up. I definitely can attest to that. I know the OG and absolutely, even though there's been some things that got in his way, he definitely was an influential person in the community. No question about it. Little.
I don't think either one of you guys probably know this guy. Guy named Joe Caponito.
No.
I know him because he tried to get me into college a few years. It was like, well, a long while ago. But he's big in the community. I mean, you guys may not see him a whole lot, but he's definitely around. He used to do this program called ORP, and it's I want to say it's based in it was based in South Bay, the jail, to tell you the truth. And so there was a lot of guys that he would go out there and he would do this little program, and he had a little connection with Bunker Hill Community College, if I'm not mistaken. And what he would do is he'll sit there and, you know, he would try to get some of these guys that once they got out of jail and stuff like that to kind of get their life together. And, you know, he would hand them out, you know, he made sure monthly, he would give them a monthly bus pass to get to wherever they needed, take them out to dinner, you know, lunch, whatever. But he was definitely trying to get some of those young guys, some young kids to go to college and just get off the streets, because he just looked at them and, you know, like, you know, he just felt that, you know, they needed a second chance, you know, at life and whatnot. So he's definitely big. I'm actually going to his art show tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. I've known him for years, and whatnot. He does a lot in the community, but it's just always behind the scenes.
That's hard. That's dope. That's absolutely amazing, and that's just what it should be about. You know, while some people is chasing headlines, some people are just quietly doing the work behind the scenes, and you don't even know. We see the good brother Charlie Dollars is rocking with us, MTS in the building, and so absolutely, Chuck, those are some people that we absolutely would name. So we'll shout them out on camera, on live. Kurt Brown, I mentioned Kurt Brown last week. Kwame Green, James Greer, T Starks, which is you know what I mean, and then the OG Pumpkin,
yeah, man,
absolutely, that's some of the cream of the crop, right there. That's some of the cream of the crop right there. You know what I mean? As far as some guys that are so influential that have been that have been like mentors and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So absolutely, that's a serious crew of guys you just named right there. Who do I want to talk about? I guess I'll switch. I'll mention this one last person. As far as community activists, and I'm not sure if I would call him that. But brother Chris Muhammad. Brother Chris Muhammad, he works at Community Servants. He's a part of the Muslim Mosque in Grove Hall. He is an amazing human being. He just recently retired from Community Servants. And during the pandemic, he was providing fresh fruits, groceries, toiletries, all that stuff for people in the community. I personally saw this with my own eyes while I was working at Community Servants of him doing. He's absolutely amazing. He's absolutely about his community. he's again, if you know him, you know him. If you don't, what I'm saying, you wouldn't know what he's doing. He's not out chasing headlines or anything like that. But brother Chris Muhammad from our community servants, an amazing human being, and he's just all about the community. And like Little was just saying about the OG, he was talking about, he's not chasing headlines.
Yeah,
it's behind the scenes.
That's the best ones.
If you know, you know. If you don't, he doesn't care, because it's all about the people in the community and stuff like that. And that's
how it should be done.
That's how it should be done. That's super duper dope. So yeah, I'll wrap it to you guys. If you guys got any more, that's kind of our little teaser version, at least on my end. My brothers, you guys got anything else? Anybody else you guys want to talk about real quick before we kind of get into the meat? Pause, so to speak, of the show.
Just a shout out to someone that I don't think we mentioned. Well, I know we didn't mention last week. Before I even do that, when I got cut off, I was gonna say Bean has been around for a long ass time, for the fact that in Old School Monday he was my coach with the Titans, and he used to coach my pops.
That's hard.
Yeah,
that's crazy to me.
That's
I'm like, yo, my father's almost 70. Yeah, I think he's about to be 70.
Okay.
So
met the OG. Salute to the OG. I met the OG before. Good.
Yeah.
I fucks with your pops.
He was trying to throw cats in the pool.
He's a wild boy, man.
I fucks with your pops. I love his energy.
He's a wild dude. But yeah, man. Energy. Bean and Reverend Borders from Wanted Star.
Reverend Borders, and he's actually on my notes as far as one person that I want to talk about. But we're gonna get into
Tony Mitchell,
absolutely, no question about it. You know what I'm saying? When you think of that Bucks team and you think of James Greer, you think of Tony Mitchell being right there with him, side by side. It reminds me of the OG Dave from the field and Greg, the other coach with him. That's who. When I think of James Greer and I think of T. Mitchell, I think of them like Greg and Dave from the field. Two OGs, the type of people that you need in your life in terms of going to give it to you raw, uncut, no other way that you want it. So yeah, Sparring Minds, that was our little teaser about it. There's many more names that we got. I got like a whole slew of names that we didn't even get into. But me and the fellas will get together hopefully over the weekend, if these two workaholics aren't working their whole weekend. If I can
I'll be in Atlanta, so I ain't working at all.
Oh, when you leave for Atlanta Monday, right?
Yeah, Monday. I'll be down there Monday, and I'm coming back early Friday.
You got your 10 G's ready?
I might.
Shit, I wish I had 10 G's.
I might pop up at the OTL on Sunday just to see what up and see you off before you leave, and also because my brother may need some help down there because he won't be there this weekend.
Yeah. I'm actually going to that Temptations. They're doing a musical here. The Temptations.
Yeah,
I heard that's lit.
I wanted to go to that too.
I heard that's lit.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to go to that Sunday, so I can't partake in the hotel this weekend. So
I heard that Temptations thing is super dope. So real quick, I'm actually taking my daughter to see the Alvin Ailey musical tomorrow because
that's what's up.
She does dancing at school. And I kind of want to expose her to something a little different to maybe hopefully get her more in the field of wanting to do things. So but yeah, we've only listed off a couple. But Sparring Minds listeners, we'll be putting out our list of our version of
influential people,
and we'll only be doing maybe a top 50. Maybe 75, somewhere in that line. We'll figure it out, but definitely we'll figure it out somewhere in that lane. But the meat of the show, or the topic of the show, showtime as it is in our notes, so to speak. Is
Hold up.
What's up, man?
He cooking up some marvelous shit to get your mouth watering.
It's time for the main topic with my man Chef Main Topic.
It look like I've been cooking. It look like I've been cooking. It look like I've been cooking.
Got to do it right if we're gonna do it.
Hey, I like that. I ain't heard that intro in a minute. We had that in the cut. We don't even use that.
Oh, we got a lot of things. Just
We think we somebody. We don't even use that. Oh man. So the main topic of the week kind of comes on something that was actually talked about in Sparring Minds early Sparring Minds days that this conversation it went out to the world, or this topic or this thing. So it kind of came up in my memories this week. I was like, oh shit, we weren't even a whole clique at that time. We put that energy out there. But something came up to the effect of you being able to, could you watch your lover, your other half, however we want to slice that and dice that, your better half, your girlfriend, your wife, whatever the case may be, could you sit back and watch and okay, so you're proposed with the idea for $10 million, right? Yo, you want this $10 million?
Indecent proposal, huh?
Indecent proposal kind of thing. Thank you, Little. Appreciate that. And you're approaching this idea for $10 million. This guy's like, yo, your wife's amazing, bro. I want to have sex with your wife. I give you $10 million. You're like, $10 million to sleep with my wife? Okay, whoever you are, whatever the case may be. I'm not saying this is my answer. Bring him back in the morning, whatever the case may be. Right? This is not me saying it. This is just my inner thoughts of what someone else might say. And then they say, yo, yeah, so the $10 million is cool, but here's the thing. You have to sit there through that process and watch me air your wife out. Right? So Sparring Minds listeners, viewers, if anybody wants to jump in, come on the show with us, let us know. We'll send you the link. Pop on for a second. Give us your thoughts, opinions, whatever the case may be. However you feeling about it, let us know what's going on.
What kind of shit is that?
I think I know I'm gonna feel a sort of way. Like I gotta figure out. Like,
yeah, build up, Pain. I love it. So my brothers, first of all, by the way, I'm super animated off this Ciroc seltzer. You know what I mean?
Well, hold up. They ain't paying us. Don't be advertising that.
Okay, my bad. You're right. My bad. I'm just
Get at us. We'll put it on the screen every week.
No question.
Yeah, exactly. Ciroc, come see us.
Yeah, definitely. The vodka spritz. I'm a little super amped up. So, fellas, could you, and I'm starting with y'all, I already know my answer.
Man.
Could you actually sit back and watch and visually watch your spouse who you her sex faces, you know the things, you know what goes on in that realm, and to sit back and watch someone else bring those joys out or more than?
Congratulations!
So it's $10 million in you guys' opinion. Is that enough for you to be like, yo, yeah, fuck my wife, and I'm gonna sit back and watch you do it and all that stuff? Fellas, Little, I need something.
I'll go first since I'm not married anyway. You know what? For $10 million, yeah. You know what? As long as the check don't bounce, yeah. And the reason why I'm gonna say that is because if I don't take that $10 million, she's gonna be pissed off at me, and I got to deal with that later on every time she comes up and complains about we not have money or whatever it is. So no, we definitely go ahead. 10 million, air it out. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Hey,
I'm not doing that.
listen, it is what it is, man. Because for $10 million, she's gonna. If a chick came up to her and be like, "Hey, I want your man," she's gonna be like, "Yeah, go ahead, $10 million."
Dog, but listen, check it out though. Check the flip side of that out though, and I see what you did with it. You did something I would normally do. Dog, if you sitting there and you airing it out, you airing it out like it's all gas, no brakes. You don't think your old girl's gonna look at you like,
okay, you showing off?
I ain't never got I never got that country, but yo, last time we did it, I didn't get it like that.
Right.
I got more incentive right now. I see you every day. No.
Yo,
you get it like that on your birthday, Christmas. Right now, hey, we got business to take care of.
Shout out to our brother Hype.
Said,
what's the raw song? Money makes me come.
Yo, shout out Hype Jones.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? We miss you, brothers.
Listen, y'all got me fucked up. If y'all think I'm passing up on the 10 million.
And so I'll answer that as I see my lady scroll across the screen saying me, nigga, no, I'm not doing it, dog. No.
All right, and you gonna come home to milk and cereal.
Well, thank
You'll
God
be sleeping on the couch for a month.
Well, thank God I'm a chef and I know how to fend for myself, so I'll never be eating milk and cereal unless that's just something I just want to do. That'll never happen. I'm not sure if the relationship can be the same after that, because, like, again, listen, I know my girl. I know how things are when we're in that realm, and you telling me it's one thing to be in another room, right? And you hear your girl, you're like, what the fuck?
Like, that's just as bad to me.
That's just as bad, right? But to visibly be there and watch it, and he's fucking DMXing, fucking flipping her over and smacking her ass and all that shit. Like,
I'm an exhibitionist that day. Just you pass me my money.
Yo, Pain. What's going on, Pain? You bringing the pain? What's good, my brother? What's up?
I can't do it, man. It's just like it's too much. Like you said, it's psychological scarring for both of y'all, mentally and emotionally, and more so for the person watching. Yeah, like it's just too much. And then like it could get deeper than that, because say you agree to it, your spouse doesn't get to answer, you agree to it. She'd be like, nigga, you pimping me out? That's what you think about me now? Like,
yeah,
I mean, like,
yeah.
That's another side of that I didn't even think about.
Yeah,
I wasn't going that deep with it, because I would think that we both kind of had the same. We kind of had a conversation about it. Well, we at least we pre-gamed about it a little bit. We're like, yo, listen, we need these 10 M's.
Now, see, if that's it. If we're conferring on it, I'm letting her make the call. If she makes a call and says I can, that's fine. But me, I'm not. I can't do that.
But wouldn't that still be like traumatizing? That she's like, yeah. If she says cool.
Well, because men are a lot easy. Men can separate feelings from sex a lot easier than women can.
Okay, so you should separate it. That way you get your $10 million.
Yeah, the guy can. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we confer, if like a woman went to her and was like, she wanted me for 10 million, I'm letting her make the call. So if she says, yeah, I'm cool with it. But if a guy comes to me and like that, I'm gonna be like, I'm not okay.
There's a lot of sensitive motherfuckers up in this room tonight, boy. I tell you.
Oh, yeah. Listen, man. Listen.
I'm gonna write on my resume, prosperous pimp. Okay.
Listen.
We're gonna take that 10 million.
I'm thinking of the after effects, brother. You know what I mean?
Questions. A lot of good questions, Nina.
Yo, Nina, jump on screen with us, Nina. Come and jump in the green room. You know what I'm saying? We'll send you the link. Pop on. Give us your opinion real quick. Like that, you say a lot of great things. You know what I mean? I guess something like that is about like the relationship between the two people. You know what I'm saying? And what's that? And what's that like? Nina makes a lot of great points looking at it in hindsight.
Yeah,
she makes a lot of great points. And so please, Nina, if you're around, I'm not sure where you are, sister, but you've actually been a part of our show before. So please, you was on the season finale once for season 3, I want to say. So please jump on, or maybe season 4. So jump on and definitely like let us know. Give us, please give us
any of y'all, anybody that
wants to jump on with us, please jump in the chat, or come and jump on the show with us. We would love it.
10 M's right now is about the same as 1 million back when money was good. Like shit, inflation.
I don't know where you come from, but no.
I don't know. That 10 million ain't shit right now.
Now, I don't know where you come from. I can do a whole lot with 3 million.
It's great for us, but I mean, it's in the scheme of things, like they could go a lot higher than that right now.
But like, fellas, is it more so about the money?
Get my money.
Yo, we do not own the rights to that music. The Brother Little displayed, by the way, too. Let's put that disclaimer out there. We do not own the rights to that music. That is all Curtis, 50 Cent Jackson that owns the rights to that music. We do, or Interscope. We do not own the rights.
Get my money.
It's tough. That's tough because, yeah, in hindsight, the money is good. The money's great. It's a life changer for the both of you guys. I think if you can visually block out that part of being able to watch someone who you're in love with or love in that realm with another person, does it ever go back to being the same?
You've been hanging with Charles too much.
Me?
Yeah, because he definitely would be like, nope, y'all keep y'all 10 million. No.
Well, to his credit, me and Jones are both cancers. You know what I'm saying? So that it could be my channeling my inner cancer thing with my cancer brother. You know, we sensitive motherfuckers too. So all that shit. It could be a good thing. No, I'm just putting a disclaimer, just putting it out there. It's all good.
Oh no, he's overly sensitive.
He's a little worse than me, but it's all.
Yeah, he definitely is. He's all I know is he better be on the show next fucking week.
We love you, Jones, though. We miss you, brother. You know what I'm saying? You in the
cool. We got work to do.
And you know, you safe travels and all that stuff with your move and everything like that. You know what I mean? A little closer to us, so we can go down to NC and check you out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, so she's working.
Yeah, she said she'll be back soon.
She'll be back soon, but Nina, definitely we would love for you to pop on with the brothers and kind of talk about that. I mean, it's a tough thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't just a jump off. You know what I'm saying? This is not just a jump off. And I'm not sure money can just totally everything. Like the after effects of that, is that gonna just,
you know, now that I think about it, I don't know. I might side with Little on this one because she could always go and cheat for free and you ain't getting shit. But I mean, you're not watching that, but
that's hindsight, bro. That's hindsight. I mean, yeah, of course.
Man, I don't know. Maybe I would take that 10 M's.
I've definitely taken the 10 million. I don't care what y'all say.
I gotta learn how to sleep with my eyes open though, because if I could do that, I could act like I'm watching and be asleep.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. You sleep all of a sudden, and then once you hear once you hear about five consecutive smacks on that ass, and Payne never did this. Payne never did Yeah.
Listen, that just means that 10 million is all mine now. Let something slick come out of her mouth like that. It's all mine now.
Listen, I'm just people get caught up in the moment, man. Like, you know, what if old boy starts saying, "Whose is this? Whose is this?" And she replies back, "It's yours."
Then I'm going to DR and I'll buy 3.
I hear you.
Shit, for 10 million, you're gonna get a lot more than 3 in DR.
What? But for 10 million, you're gonna get about 10. Never mind 3. You're gonna get about 10 of them, dog. Are you kidding me?
Man,
You'd be like,
I don't know, y'all. I don't know. What's high tower where you need them?
You'd be like Chris Tucker in Rush Hour. Oh, listen.
Oh, remember that? That was a great scene.
Right, where they open the door and they're like, "Yeah, listen, we already know. We already know. He didn't have to be here. They don't even have to be here for us to know how Capo would stand on this, and how Capo is Chuck. How Hotel would stand. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Hotel is absolutely like, sign me up. Okay. Hotel is saying, sign me up. And Chuck is like, nigga, fuck that money. Fuck you. Fuck out of here. That's not happening. No, they're on opposite sides of the fence.
Yeah,
no way. We know it.
Complete
ends. They don't even have to be here for us to know where they stand on a subject like this. We absolutely know both of them are not standing on this at all. One is on one side, one's on the other side. Good versus evil.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, but I mean, yeah, that's a tough one.
That is a tough one, man.
That's a tough one. Because it's what's your value? Is money a value? More so. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it you value? So it's an interesting,
it definitely is an interesting.
If it's over when he skeets, then we talking unless he's a brother. Diggs is cooked. Diggs is good. Diggs is fried up.
That's my guy, Charlie Dollars.
That's absolutely my guy. Shout out to Diggs. Shout out to MTS. And hopefully we're getting some new music from them for TSMP Volume 1 also.
We got a mixtape coming out.
We got a mixtape coming soon. TSMP Volume 1.
We're gonna have to sit back and talk about. Are we gonna extend the season? Make it a little bit longer going into the summer?
Why would we do that?
Well, we got a mixtape to come out, so we got to promote that mixtape.
I mean, figure that out. We'll figure that out. But I see your side. I see Payne's side. I see both sides of it.
That offer would also tell you a lot about your relationship and her reaction.
Facts.
Like
Facts.
If there's no thought, then it's like, so money is what drives you. Okay.
Facts.
If there's some thought and she's considering how you might feel about it, then
it's a deeper level, bro.
Yeah, it can get real deep.
It's not just as cut and dry as we want to make it seem, whereas it's just something you're just answering like that.
We're not talking about $1,000 here, fellas. Come on.
I feel you. You're right. But again, there's also mental vibes and aspects to take from that whole thing that could have a long-term effect on the person.
You find me at the dispensary, I'll forget all that shit after I come from the dispensary. Don't worry about it. We're all set. I'm cool.
Yeah. Speaking of dispensary, I'm about to get into some edibles in a little bit, but
we need to run a show on that.
We can do that. We'll discuss that. We'll discuss that in the green room. But Little,
yes,
you want to take us?
Oh, it's time to go.
You want to take us? I mean, we've been.
Shit, we up against it.
Okay. Up against it. We're well past it. Are you kidding?
Yeah. And the Patriots is about to pick.
And the Patriots about to pick. So you know. Okay. And Little, so you want to hit us out with a maritime?
In a relationship, a single lie discovered is enough to create doubt in every truth afterwards that's expressed.
Man,
Fuck
wow,
your
brother.
couch. Fuck your couch, nigga.
Yeah,
Fuck
nigga.
your
I
couch.
Yo,
Dog, you, man, you went to the abyss on that one, brother.
Yeah,
you
that
went
was.
to the, you went,
I
you
like
went to the
that
bottom of the ocean. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I like it. I love that one,
Mhm.
man. So, Sparring Minds viewers, listeners, thank you for rocking out with the BBD version of
Yes.
Sparring Minds. You know what I mean? And shout out to our brothers. Yo, I need some of those little.
Yeah.
Shout out to our brothers, Hotel and Jones.
Yes,
know,
sir.
Ben Simmons?
Well, if we're being technical, they both been Ben Simmons.
Oh yeah, you're right.
If we're being
Ben Simmons is Diane Williams.
If we're being technical, but I don't want to ruffle any feathers. I love my brother Hightower because he's out in Cali, so I know what's coming back over here when he comes back over here. I ain't pissing Hightower off at all.
I know he did just drop off a nice little package of Pumas for me. So yeah,
take as much time as you need, brother. As long as you come back with some of that marathon OG, we are good. We are good. Oh man, but Sparring Minds listening viewers, we definitely appreciate you. Charlie Dollars, Nina, Tanika, Hotel Hightower in the comments.
Yes.
Our good sister T Chanel. You know what I mean? Like
you got Rebecca, you got Charles, you got Hustle out there watching us from afar.
Jones, everybody, Chris. You know what I mean? Any shout outs you guys want to kick before we get up out of here?
Just all our supporters, man. So just keep on rocking out with us. We only gonna get better and bigger, man. A new Painfully Honest coming tomorrow morning. I'm trying to cut it down to one a week, but I just had an inspiration today while I was at work.
Okay.
Y'all make sure y'all wear life raft when y'all in that stadium pool, by the way.
Oh my God. And I want to give a quick and brief shout out to my young kids down at the Gallivan Community Center. Today I started back up my Chef's Club, which I run every Friday at the Gallivan Community Center from 4:30 to 6:30. I work with about 5 to 6 kids, helping them with culinary tips, life. We go through all that stuff, and then we feed about 25 to 40 kids every Friday night at the Gallivan Community Center. So I want to shout that out. Shout out to Raymond, Jose, Jalil, Keys, all of the amazing people down in the Gallivan Community Center that allowed me to go down there and kind of give my spiel to these young kings and queens, because we have girls in the class too, on culinary life and that whole field. So I want to definitely give them a big shout out, man. Definitely appreciate you guys. And next week we'll be rocking out again. Hopefully we'll have this crew with us next week. Hopefully. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's been another great Friday night with the Sparring Mind boys. The BBD version. 2 weeks in a row.
See y'all next week.
And we'll see y'all next week. You dig?
Bye-bye. Sweet.
Boston.